Listen closely. Because this isn't just a story, it's a whisper of what happens when the quiet ones finally speak. Picture this. I'm standing outside the gleaming windows of the Windsor Grand Hotel in Chicago. Rain drenching my coat like the tears I won't let fall. My heart's a trapped animal, clawing at my chest. As I peer through the glass at my family huddled around that polished oak table in the conference room. Their faces are masks of false concern. Lips moving in hushed tones about my failure, my wasted life, deciding my fate without me. They think I'm the weak link, the forgotten daughter. But oh, they have no clue about the storm I've been brewing in silence. That night, everything shattered. And I emerged from the wreckage not broken, but unbreakable. My name is Emily Carter. At 32, I teach 4th grade at Lakeside Elementary in Chicago's bustling North Side. I've always clung to the idea that blood runs thicker than water. That family means standing shoulder to shoulder through the storms of life, lifting each other up, sharing the load, even if it means bending your own back. I poured my soul into them, organizing my sister Olivia's bridal shower when she couldn't afford the extras, babysitting my parents' dog during their spontaneous trips, dipping into my savings for family emergencies that always seemed to benefit everyone but me. But family, I learned, can be a blade disguised as a bond. Growing up in our modest suburban home in Evanston, I was forever eclipsed by Olivia. 3 years my junior at 29. She was the star, the one with the dazzling smile and the Instagram feed. Olivia's glam world, that exploded with followers drooling over her curated life of designer bags, rooftop parties, and sponsored getaways. Our parents, Susan and David Carter, fed into it like oxygen to a flame. Mom, a retired real estate agent who dreamed of her own spotlight but settled for open houses, projected all her unfulfilled ambitions onto Olivia. Dad, a mid-level accountant at a downtown firm, equated love with ledgers, success was numbers. Status, nothing else. Teaching kids? That's noble. Emily, he'd say with that pitying tilt of his head. But it'll never get you the American dream. What a shame you had so much promise. Then there was Olivia's husband, Ethan Blackwell, a slick financial advisor at Apex Wealth Management. He strutted in his tailored Armani suits, flashing his Rolex like a badge of conquest, dropping hints about his high-net-worth clients at every dinner. But beneath that veneer, I sensed the chill, a man who viewed people as assets or liabilities, quick to calculate how to turn any situation to his gain. The manipulations started small, like weeds in a garden, but they choked me over time. It began on a crisp February evening in 2021, when Olivia called me sobbing. Her dream venue for the wedding, the elegant Palmer House, demanded a $12,000 down payment, and Ethan's commission was delayed. Emily, please, she pleaded, her voice cracking like fragile glass. Mom and Dad have already stretched thin, and will repay you from the gifts, promise. In 2 months tops. I cashed out most of my emergency fund the next morning, handing her the check with a hug. Family first, I whispered, believing it. But promises, like autumn leaves, scattered in the wind. By Thanksgiving that year, as we sat around Mom's flawlessly set table with its harvest centerpieces, Olivia gushed about landing a brand deal for a Hawaiian retreat. Our girls killing it, Dad boomed, clinking glasses, his pride beaming like stadium lights. When I shared that my class had won a district award for creative writing projects, Mom nodded vaguely. That's sweet. Honey, she murmured, already pivoting back to Olivia. Now, tell us about those influencers you're collaborating with. Later. In the kitchen, I gently reminded Olivia about the loan. She flicked her wrist, diamonds catching the light. Things are tight with the new condo and all Ethan's deals are fluctuating. You get it, right? It's not like you're splashing out on anything fancy. Dad overheard, his brow furrowing at me. Don't nickel and dime your sister, Emily. She's investing in her future, our future. Be a team player. The dismissals piled up, each one a stone in my chest. At a cousin's graduation party in May 2022, Mom bragged to relatives about Olivia hitting 150,000 followers. She could go viral any day, maybe even a TV spot. When asked about me, she waved it off. Emily's still plugging away at school, steady. But she leaned in, voice a conspiratorial hush. She'll never reach Olivia's heights. Not everyone's cut out for the big leagues. I froze, the room spinning. But Dad just chuckled. Tough love, kiddo. Facts are facts. The hits kept coming. In September 2022, I phoned home buzzing about my new role as curriculum coordinator, a bump in pay. Real impact on kids' learning. That's all. Mom sighed. Extra work for peanuts? They're using you. Dear. Dad piled on. You could have been in finance like me, real security. But hey, if mediocrity suits you. Their words burrowed deep, feeding the silence I'd wrapped around my pain like armor. Success in the Carter family was a zero-sum game. Olivia's glow dimmed mine. The breaking point arrived on June 5th, 2023. Our grandfather, Dad's father, had died 4 months prior. He was my quiet champion, the one who'd slip me books on teaching philosophy, whispering, "You're changing the world one kid at a time, Emily." That's real legacy. In his will, he'd earmarked $30,000 for me, for dreams big or small, your choice. No strings. The family convened at the upscale Oakwood Club in the suburbs for the asset discussion. As bequests were parsed, Dad cleared his throat. Regarding Emily's share, he announced, eyes sweeping the room like a boardroom exec, "We've agreed it's smarter to pool it into the family fund." My stomach dropped. What? Grandpa specified it for me. Mom smiled that placating smile. We're being sensible. Sweetie, Olivia's launching a fashion line. And your nephew needs tuition help. Better returns that way. Olivia chimed in, smirking. What would you even do with it? More school supplies or some weekend getaway? This is about growth. Ethan nodded. All business. We've crunched the numbers, your ROI doesn't stack up. Emily. Around that table of 40 relatives. Eyes averted. Whispers hushed. Only my Aunt Clara, the estate planner, glanced at me with fleeting sympathy before noting something on her pad. So you're reallocating my money? I whispered, voice cracking. Optimizing family assets, Dad corrected. Tone final. I drove home in my beat-up Toyota Camry, rain blurring the windshield as sobs racked my body. Their laughter echoed in my head. Their casual theft of my dignity. I tried once more the next day, calling Dad. This was Grandpa's wish for me. He sighed heavily. Think bigger picture. Emily. Olivia's line could elevate us all. Your job? It's capped out. Reality check. In that moment, the dam inside me cracked, not with floods of tears, but with a cold, forging resolve. No more silence. No more shadows. What they never knew, what I'd buried deep like a hidden vein of gold, was that I wasn't the limited potential they painted. 3 years back, I'd launched LearnSpark Incorporated, an online platform for interactive educational apps and virtual tutoring sessions. It started as a side hustle during late nights, born from my classroom frustrations, but exploded post-pandemic as parents clamored for engaging remote learning tools. My net worth? A quiet $2.8 million, tucked into smart stocks, real estate flips, and silent stakes in 2 trendy Chicago cafes, one earning a James Beard nod. I held patents on adaptive learning algorithms licensed to major edtech firms, royalties flowing like steady rain. My loft in Wicker Park? Owned free and clear. Though I told them I rented to avoid prying. I'd kept it secret at first for self-proof. Then for self-preservation, watching how they twisted money into control. I knew revelation would make me pray. But now, the betrayal ignited the fuse. In the weeks that followed, I documented everything with surgical precision, texts of Olivia's pleas and dodges, wire transfers unreturned, emails laced with guilt-tripping threats. On July 15th, 2023, I sat with attorney Lisa Hargrove at Hargrove Legal, experts in inheritance disputes. This screams will tampering and coercion, she said. Scanning Grandpa's documents. And those loans? Ironclad with those signed notes. I laid out my goals, reclaim what's mine, shield my empire, and expose the rot. Any big family event coming? She asked. I nodded. Olivia's vow renewal bash on September 2nd at the Peninsula Hotel. The whole clan's invited. Ideal, Lisa grinned. Let's make it unforgettable. My school mentor, Principal Elena Vasquez, became an unlikely ally after witnessing Olivia's harassing calls in the staff room. I've seen the toll it takes, she confided. I'll testify to the pattern. I prepped the reveal like a master chess move, renting a penthouse suite at the Peninsula under an alias, hiring AV pros for a seamless projection in the grand ballroom. The deck, evidence of their deceit juxtaposed with my hidden triumphs. As the date loomed, a eerie calm washed over me, the kind before a hurricane. Years of swallowed hurts had forged this steel. On September 2nd, I slipped into the hotel incognito, transforming in my suite, a sleek Chanel gown worth $7,500. Hair in elegant waves, makeup sharp as a blade. The mirror reflected power, not the pushover they'd scripted. At 7:45 p.m., as Ethan raised his glass for the toast in the opulent ballroom, crystal twinkling, orchids cascading, I strode in. Whispers rippled like waves. Olivia, glittering in emerald silk, paled. Emily, Mom gasped, eyeing my ensemble. Where'd you get that? I smiled. Voice velvet steel. From my own pocket, though you'd never guess. Ethan tried charm. Glad you made it. We're toasting eternal love built on sand, I cut in. Dad advanced. Jaw set. Not here. Emily. Private matters stay private. No, I said. Pull steady. Sunlight's the best disinfectant. A nod to the tech. And the screen descended. Lights dimming. What the hell? Olivia hissed. Justice, I replied. Slides flickered, her desperate texts for the wedding loan. Vows of repayment. Then evasion. Bank records. Signed IOUs. 12 grand for her venue. February 2021, unpaid despite contracts. The room hushed. Air thick. Olivia stammered. It was family help. Not next slide, her own words. Loan. Not gift, thanks for bailing me out. Murmurs swelled. And Grandpa's bequest, I pressed. Showing will pages and meeting notes. Stolen. Redirected, against his explicit wishes. Eyes darted to Aunt Clara, who shifted uneasily. But this is the poison's root, I continued. Cueing family clips, dismissals at dinners. Mocks of my career. Belittlings. Mom whitened. Out of context. Context coming, I said. Boom. Learn Spark filings. Revenue sheets. Investments. Patents. Deeds. Gasps erupted as millions registered. Fake. Olivia shrieked. Cracking. Verified, I countered coolly. Facing my parents, you've branded me failure. Thief of my inheritance. Eraser of my worth, while I built an empire in the dark. Dad pleaded, let's talk alone. No, I said. Public wounds heal publicly. Aunt Clara rose. I've questioned the will handling for months. Emily. Your grandpa would have cheered this. Chaos brewed. Whispers turned to outcries. I've sued for $600,000. Fraud. Breach. Emotional torment. Served today. Mom collapsed into a seat. Hand quivering. Plus injunctions against your slanders. I swept the room. Not vengeance, just reclaiming my story. Pausing by Olivia. Tears smearing her facade. Happy renewal. Keep those vows real this time. The fallout hit like a Midwest tornado. Whispers spread through kin networks. Olivia's anniversary post drew probing comments. Unraveling her feed. Dad barraged me with calls, threats melting to begs. Mom played the victim card, your drama's killing me. All routed through Lisa. Within a month, Grandpa's funds landed in my account with interest. Olivia signed a repayment schedule, bloated with penalties. The family's polished facade cracked. Relatives shared their own tales of Dad's pressures. Mom's favoritism. Aunt Clara quit the family trusts, citing moral conflicts. Olivia's empire crumbled. Followers fled amid leaks. Her skincare endorsement vanished in the scandal. She pivoted to a mall marketing gig. Her marriage to Ethan fraying under the financial strain. I uprooted to San Francisco in winter, expanding LearnSpark with a new app hub while consulting for schools. The blend fed my soul, innovation's thrill, education's heart. The suit settled quietly, payouts. Apologies etched in legalese. Admissions of manipulation. Dad's call months later stunned. Your mom and I are splitting. This. Forced mirrors we avoided. I failed you as a father. Vindication tasted bittersweet, sorrow laced with closure. Truth hurts. But heals, I said. We forged tentative peace. Not warmth. Mom and Olivia bonded in blame, painting me the villain. Ethan pitched opportunities, I shut the door. New bonds bloomed, Aunt Clara's visits, sharing Grandpa's untold stories. He always bet on your quiet fire, she said over wine. A year on. A package arrived, Grandpa's leather-bound ledger. Notes from Clara. He left this for when you'd claim your power. Inside. His entries on bucking family chains. A final scrawl. Emily. Wealth's in your spine, not your wallet. I saw your light, now shine it. Tears fell. But so did chains. That evening, on my balcony facing the Golden Gate, fog rolling in like old ghosts, I reflected. Lost blood ties. Gained chosen kin. Empire grown. Purpose deepened. Money? Just a tool now. The Peninsula Showdown wasn't mere payback, it was rebirth. Seizing my tail from thieves' hands. As stars pierced the dusk, peace anchored me. Shadows lingered. But I walked in light my own. Hard one. Eternal.